the internet is coming through better now for some reason. Hopefully it keeps up. And then hopefully everything else works when we're on the road. So. All right. I'll try and keep up on chat, but I am not Terry Berenson. He is so good at that. I know when I've tried this before, I'm not great at it. So. I'll turn off the lights too. See you in a little bit, Edmund. I put all this here to keep the heat from flying out the door. But all right, locking the door. Yeah, we will be going the opposite way from the intro, Matt. Oh, this camera is not staying in place. Huh, hang on. Crotch shot. All right. We still live? Haven't heard anyone say anything yet. We are in the 40s today, which feels like spring. Oh, we're going so far, good. See how long it lasts. Ooh, thanks for the super chat. $3 more and we could buy a beer. Let me know if you guys can hear the super chat, because I don't have a speaker on me, but I think it should be coming through back at the computer at the studio. Yeah, I was actually not even riding on the sidewalk because all the private plows plow the snow piles over the sidewalk. I actually called my councilman and told him they need to do something about that. I don't usually ride on the sidewalk. It's just this bridge has no shoulder, and it's a bridge between Akron and Falls, and cars suck here, so I ride the sidewalk on this bridge. No, I'm not a dry January guy. Dry-ish the last few weeks because I had hurt my back, so I was taking Advil, and then I need to drop off this curb, and I don't want to mess up the camera. Yeah. Yeah, I hurt my back and then I was sick, so it had been a dryish last 2 weeks for me. But last night we went out riding and I had 2 beers, so. No studs on this bike. These Rene Ayers 55mm endurance casing knobbies. They still make noise on all the gravel that went down with the salt though. Graphic, no audio from the super chat. All right. I might not have the desktop as an audio source. I might have forgot about that. Or when I turned off the mic so it wasn't double, that's probably the reason I had that on like that. So remember that for next time. The snow? Yeah, I mean, it's in the 40s today. It was in the high 30s yesterday, but it's been so cold that it's still sticking around a bit. The trails are horrible. Put an Instagram story and a blue sky video up last night showing how rough the trails were. The first half was like a struggle to stay upright. The second part was more packed down, but it was all footprints and we were just bouncing around like crazy. Yeah, this DJI is awesome. I don't know if it's the best for this application, you know, and I could make a better setup. I really just have it attached to my top tube. So you could, I didn't want to get too involved with not knowing if this would even work, but yeah, this DJI for filming, I love it because it's a bridge between my, you know, big, bulky, expensive R5 and the horrible low light of the GoPro. Then it also has some good depth of field. So yeah, for making videos at home, I love it. I don't use it out on the road to make videos because it's awkward to hold. And that's where the GoPro really shines with my mouth mount. But depending on what you're trying to do, the Osmo is awesome. And I use it as my webcam for the live streams back at the studio now too. I think I got the creator bundle, so it had the extra battery, the wireless mic that I'm talking to you on, tripod. So that was, I think that put it in the $700 range, but I would spend it again for sure. If I do this more, I might get one of the DJI action cams because I feel their digital stave would be better for this kind of thing than trying to deal with the gimbal and everything, but I don't know, we'll see. Depends on what setup I come up with. Is there another super chat? Thanks. I'm not used to reading. I'm reading the chat on Moblin, and this is my first time, so my eyes are just not used to it. But I got it to work. I had never tried to do that, so I only have one phone with me. So the phone is showing me the Moblin screen and the chat. Yeah, so this is, the signal gets sent to OBS back at my computer, which is sending this to YouTube. All stuff, you know, I learned from Terry and then the Moblin Discord. and YouTube videos that other people have made. But the one that showed me how to send it to OBS, I can't believe I figured that out, because when Terry and most IRL streamers do this, they're sending it to remote servers, which are uploading it. I went through a whole process of figuring out, I don't know, changing the settings in my IP so it's not variable. All this stuff that I don't even know what it means. I just was following the tutorial, and it blew my mind that I got it to work and that it works in general. Low bit rate, so might switch to the other screen, I think, which I can't believe I figured that out too. So it'll switch to a things aren't working screen, which I eventually want to change to play a video or something, you know. Yeah, the only thing, like I said, with the Pocket 3 is with the off-road riding we do, unless you're going to use it mounted somewhere, which I don't record my videos mounting my camera, it's just not very easy to use. I didn't even take it on a trip like out east, because it's like, to ride off-road and hold that camera just isn't practical, and I like to be able to point the GoPro around and then just stick it in my mouth with the mouth mount. If that's not how you ride though, or if you're filming other people intentionally, then it looks so much better than GoPro. I mean, it bats so far above its weight belt for the sensor size, I can't even believe it. Did you guys, speaking of pine cones, did you guys see that there's a new bike from Brother? They only showed, Pathless Pedal made a video today of the prototype, I think it was, but it's called the Pine Cone. I was like, that's hilarious. So, this camera angle isn't too bad. I mean, you have cables in my Wahoo and phone out of focus in the front, but and I have the joystick. I can point it higher or lower too, which is the other great thing about the gimbal, you know, is just being able to control where the camera's pointing. I can also flip it back on myself. It's a little too close to me with this setup. It'd be looking right up at my face, but I don't think I'll hit the industrial gravel for the simple fact that I think this setup is just not secure enough. I basically have a GoPro clamp mount. Well, I think you could see it in the thumbnail, but just having this on the top tube, I think it would be a little too shaky. Oh, we could see what happens when, well, here's some good bumps right there. But when I hit the Y bridge, that'll give us an indication, because that has all these little drainage things in it. I do have fenders on this bike, so even if it was a little sloppy with all the snow melt, I'd be all right. This makes me know I want a bike with fenders, just not this one, because I also use this bike to mountain bike, and I just don't want fenders on my mountain bike, or the kind of riding we'll do with this one. The weather's nice, but for winter, it's been great. They're real easy to put on and off on this bike with these kind of fenders. They're like the semi-permanent. The problem with the GoPro, from what I understand, and this is just from like Terry talking about it in the moblin Discord. What are we waiting for, bud? I'm not waiting, bud. Is that it can't push the amount of data the DJIs can. And it's not, I don't think it's I don't know what it is. These are RTM PS feeds, whatever that means. I don't, like I said, the tech stuff, I don't know. I'm just following the instructions, but technically it's possible to use a GoPro. They're not supposed to be as good, and I guess the connection's not as rock solid, but it's 45 Fahrenheit right now, which feels warm. We've had such a cold January, this feels so warm. Low bit rate on the bridge. I could see using a magnetic chest mount for live streaming, but for filming my videos, I wouldn't want that. I don't want to wear a chest mount when I'm just out riding my bike, you know? Like riding with friends and doing all that stuff. This guy's riding down the wrong side of the road. Yeah, I could see the grass through the snow now, but as mentioned, anywhere it's packed, like the bike paths, they're still covered, so. Pretty good headwind on the bridge, there always is. You converted, Steven, you converted freedom units to Celsius. I'll wait for the day that's the next announcement. Get rid of Fahrenheit, we could call it freedom units now. How many freedom units warm is the Gulf of America today? Or how many freedom units cold is it up on Mount McKinley again? Do a wheelie. Yeah, that rider we passed, I would normally be annoyed if that was someone who was more of a cyclist. I know that guy, he's a homeless dude from around here, so. Let's go down to Main Street. I will continue to call it Denali, yes, I was making jokes. I will also, for the rest of my life, say Gulf of Mexico. Heck, you should hear this, I can't, when they change a stadium's name, it's been 15 years ago, I can't switch, but yeah, not gonna get political, but what Trump tells me to say is not what I'm gonna say. Like I said, even if I wanted to, I wouldn't remember, so. Dirty River is to our right. If we went directly right, we'd be at Dirty River. I'm going left through downtown. If I'm out long enough, maybe we'll head over there. Oh, one thing I did not do is plug these. I have my phone and the camera set up so they could be plugged into batteries, but I didn't plug them in before. Yeah, this is downtown Akron right here. So, yep. That bridge I crossed, that takes you into downtown Akron, but the first bridge I crossed on the sidewalk, that's over the actual Cuyahoga River, and that's the dividing line between Cuyahoga Falls and Akron proper. Yeah, so straight ahead is like the oldest tall building in downtown, built in the 20s, kind of an Art Deco style you'd see in New York or Detroit. Used to be a beautiful mini Flatiron building in front of it that they tore down, put in these ugly, brutalist style buildings. Akron is not a city that cares about its architectural history very much. They love to tear cool stuff down. Yeah, these bike lanes are great. We never had these till what? These went in during the pandemic, 2020. The street was all torn up in 2020, so probably opened in 2021. This road used to be big and wide, 2 lanes in each direction, built for when Akron was a booming, industrial city. So now they've right-sized it all. And also there used to be streetcars down the middle, so it was built wide for that reason too. Now let's check out the park. So I saw who said they're from Akron, Ryan. So this is the redone Lock 3. There used to be a row of buildings and stores here too, but in the 90s they put in this park, but just last summer, they redid it to be just not an amphitheater, but have these like winding paths. I think it'll be cool in the summer when all these trees come in. Right now it doesn't look that different, but yeah, this time of year it's set up for ice skating. There's ice bikes down there too. We should go look at them. I haven't seen those out yet. No one out today though. Does Muzak fill the air? Yeah. Yep. Well, like I said, in Ohio by Chrissy Hine, she does name check the city I live in now, Cuyahoga Falls. She's from Cuyahoga Falls, actually. Any of us from the area say Akron, just like you do if you live near any big city, right? Where are you from? If I'm not in the region, I would say Akron, but if I'm talking to other people who know the region, I would say Cuyahoga Falls. So what do these bikes have? They have a skate on the front, it looks like. Yeah, look at that. Can you guys see that?
The pulse.
I don't know if I could get the angle. That just shows my stuff. No. Whoops. Yeah, ice bikes. Do they have studs on the back? Yeah, they have studded tires. Yep. Ah, you're from Cleveland. Yeah, I was born in Parma Heights. I have an email from someone I need to respond to. I haven't gotten to yet. That messaged me about liking the channel and riding in the area, and they said they're in Parma Heights, and I need to get back to them. Like, yeah, that's where I was born. But we moved to Akron when I was 3. Well, the suburbs when I was 3. But my dad worked in that tower we passed. This looks like it might be a little sketchy. Not too bad. This is a old canal lock on the Ohio and Erie Canal that they converted into a little park, Lock 2 Park. Now you can see what the past more look like. A little cleaner through downtown. They're bad out farther. Eric asked what's working so much better than last time. The app has been updated, but the main thing I changed, I don't think I want to ride down this, was Terry told me on my hotspot for my phone to turn off maximize compatibility. That with the iPhone, hotspots are a little wonky, and that's one of the things that messes with it. I'm taking it easy, as you can see. So, yeah, like I said, besides anything that was updated by Moblin, the thing I changed is just that. The pixels, I guess, in Android phones are supposed to be better for this kind of thing because they could hotspot to more things. I don't know. Again, this is all stuff that I am not an expert in. I just hear what everyone else says. Oh, damn. Fell off the bike. I didn't have enough speed to hit this stuff, slippery stuff. Yeah, we'll go back to the road. This is going to be too shaky for the camera. See, is everything still there? I don't know, the music wasn't that loud down there. I wonder if just I didn't like lock in the volume on this wireless mic, so it was definitely loud enough to, so skaters are hearing it though. Akron is a quiet city, yeah. There is more going on here than when I was growing up. Like, late 80s and 90s were real rough down here, Now there's actually people living down here. Some old office buildings have been turned into condos. Like, we're heading right now towards the old BF Goodrich rubber factory, which was the biggest rubber factory in the world. Everywhere you see a parking lot around here was another building at one time. But Goodrich was the first big rubber company, and anytime they came up with a new product, they just built another factory. But this is where the brewery we go to is in. My buddy Micah, who does my design work, his studio's in here. Mikey, the metal sculpturist, you've probably seen on my channel. He has a studio here too. But yeah, this would have all been buildings back in the day. build it along the canal to use the water. I'm just forgot there's no cut through there. Yeah, so pretty much every major U.S. rubber company was here. You know, Firestone, Goodyear, Goodrich, Cooper. Bridgestone bought Firestone. There's still a technical center here. Goodrich went through a number of iterations. The brand still exists in tires, but the company is something totally different. General Tire became Nova, and they moved their, I think, somewhere up towards Cleveland now. But yeah, Goodyear is the only one still headquartered here in Akron. But no one, the only tires made here are race tires for NASCAR and Indy. Passenger tires got all moved to be away from the unions. Oh, I think our buddy Mikey is right here. That's his truck. Huh. Truck's running, but he's not in it. So the space we're going through right now is where all the artist studios and stuff are, and there's a business accelerator. I don't know if people use that terminology anymore, business incubator type thing. So that's what that building is. This one ahead of us, this is where the breweries are. Then as I turn here, this one has just been converted into condos, and people are loving them apparently. So, and there's still some light industry in a couple of the spaces. Let's see if, I'm gonna circle back and see if Mikey's around, say what's up. There's windows open on my left, and that's where I believe Micah's studio is. It's either that one or the one below it. We have a couple cool projects coming up that I'm excited for that we talked about riding last night, by the way. What's up, Micah from Japan? I wonder where Mikey is. Huh. Let's go through here again, though. Keeps the connection through here? Really? I thought Cleveland, well, Cleveland's been converting a lot of office space, right? The thing people don't realize why it's so hard to convert office space and industrial space to apartments, especially ones that are affordable, is because some of these old buildings, not only do they not have bathrooms in every room, they don't even have bathrooms on every floor. So like one floor will have a men's, one floor will have a woman's. So to build these places into apartments, by the time you run all that kind of plumbing and stuff that's already so expensive to get your money back, one of our old hotels is being converted into apartments, and that's why it's so much more affordable to do, is because all the rooms already have water. But yeah, one of the hardest things about doing that, and not making them just for the rich, you know. And it doesn't look like we're going to be having a lot of subsidies for housing in the next 4 years, so. We're back on Main Street. These old concrete roads are rough too. These are the sections that didn't get redone in the huge project that got the bike lanes and everything. I think they're trying to get grants for that. So, but again, federal grants going to be an issue the next 4 years. Yeah, actually, if you guys have seen the Goodyear tires for bikes, they're not even made by Goodyear, period. They're, Goodyear just sold their name to whoever makes those. I can't remember who it is, but kind of a bummer. Goodyear sold off tons of businesses. They weren't just a tire company. Like, none of these rubber companies were, but Goodyear had tons of stuff. Goodyear Aerospace, all these belts and hoses, like when you went to the gas station. When you go now, if you go and look at the hose at the gas station, if it says Conti Tech, that's the division of Continental in Germany that bought that division of Goodyear. I know because I work with them. They have a headquarters here in Fairlawn suburbs. So, yeah, the bike lanes here go in both directions. It's an old habit, I forget to use them like right now. And there's not that much traffic, as you can see. There'd be a little more as we get towards 5. Zip tires also have Goodyear branding, huh? What's the best beer from Akron these days? Missing Falls, which we just went by at the old Goodrich factory, has one called, I think it's 89 Bronco that I like. I don't know, I guess I feel like beer is like music to me. Like, what's your favorite song? Well, it depends on what mood I'm in, right? This is a statue to the rubber worker up here. We'll go around the circle once. It was kind of a cool idea. They put it in a couple years ago because all the statues are just to the guys who founded the companies. You know, Harvey Firestone, Cyberling, who founded Goodyear. That one honors the actual rubber workers. Yeah, I've heard the Goodyear tires are okay, like that they're decent. They're just not Goodyears. It's like all the Kodak branding you see on little camera products. They just sell their name. Brutus Whiskey 6. Yeah, that's one that I've been drinking a lot of this winter when we've been at Missing Falls. Been in a stout mode mostly over this winter. Up, salmoning. I went up this road on accident out of habit because this is where I go to usually turn towards home, but that wasn't my plan yet. It's gonna go through Quaker. Yeah, Hoppin' Frog is continually one of the highest rated breweries in the world. Yeah, over by the old air dock. I love Hoppin' Frog, it's just so expensive. We always try and get there for happy hour. But their beers are so strong. I mean, basically usually drink them in 8 ounces instead of 12 or 16, because should we see what the industrial gravel looks like with this camera if it's way too rough? I think it's going to be too rough until I have a better setup. Random dude, you worked in Akron? What'd you do in Akron in the late 90s? Again, I didn't put up like one of those little chat bots that say, I'll probably miss a lot of comments because I don't want to go OTB because I'm talking to chat. That's why it blows my mind watching how good Terry is at riding around New York City and keeping up with chat. I'm riding around a pretty empty city and I can't do it. The old air dock, Lockheed Martin had bought it, and they were using it as like just a giant space to do some test projects in the buildings around there. But then it got sold to one of the co-founders of Goodyear, who was going to build a big airship that would be like Google was thinking of, or it wasn't Google, but it was a venture by the Google guys, or guy. And they were going to build a number of airships that could work like satellites. No, it's too icy on the gravel. So yeah, the idea was to build a bunch of blimps or dirigibles, whatever it would have been, and they would have been able to, satellite communication was knocked out, kind of function like that, almost like floating cell towers. I think that project got scrapped. The prototype started to get built because I had a friend who worked there doing their PR, and then she left, and so I haven't really ever gotten the story on what happened. So I'm not sure what's going on in there right now. But that was the largest freestanding building without interior support in the world for a long, long time. If you're at home at your computer, Google the Akron Air Dock. People think it's the blimp hangar, but it's not. The blimps are built out in Suffield Township at Wingfoot Lake, and that's where they're housed. Two different things. These were the Zeppelins that were built. So the USS Akron and the USS Macon, both of which crashed. One along 77. There's like a memorial for it out there, and then one in the Pacific Ocean in a lightning storm. But obviously after the Hindenburg, giant dirigibles weren't really used anymore. But yeah, the air dock actually had a giant Goodyear Zeppelin logo on it. Then when World War I, severed tied with the Germans. Oh, good. Looks like we are back. Yeah, I'm going to try and ride towards West Akron and see how the connection is. Hung out with Terry at Nutmeg a little bit this year. Didn't ride with him this year, but when we did go, and me and Dylan rode into New York, but he was busy. He had his pool night and all that kind of stuff, so we didn't get to kick it in the city. But maybe one day. I want to go back to New York in the summer. I don't know if it'll happen this summer though. Ride around. I love riding around New York, but I want to do some longer rides out there like he does on the streams, to like kind of some more random places. Like the one he did to City Island was super cool. Oh, that's not the way I want to go. See, this is what the problem, too much chatting, not enough paying attention. These are where the roads get weird because the inner belt was through here, but now it's abandoned, so. Oh yeah, 59 up here, yeah. I don't think there's any cut through over here. I think I have to swing around. Yep. Yeah, we go out, if you guys saw some of the winter ride vids, we go out and ride on the old abandoned inner belt. Every few years, they make plans, have public meetings, and then they remember, oh, we're broke. We can't do anything. That's not exactly how it goes, but that's how it goes in my mind. Used to go to the public meetings for that, now I don't. They did get a grant to do planning, but a few million. But. All right, let's try and pay attention to go the direction I want to this time. Oh, howdy, you're with Terry. Chicago? I've ridden in Chicago. It's way before I had a YouTube channel. I guess, man, if I look at the years, the last time I rode in Chicago, YouTube would have been brand new. So nobody would have been really doing that, but 2007 maybe? And YouTube, what, came out in 2006? I'm not a huge, I need to go back to Chicago. I shouldn't knock it. I had a good time riding around there. Yeah, I would need to go back as I'm. It doesn't have the big historic feel of New York. I think a big part of that is because so much of it burned down, right? Also, it doesn't have the ocean. It's got a Great Lake, but I got a Great Lake. Granted, Erie is not Michigan. Michigan is a much more impressive Great Lake than Lake Erie. And Chicago has done way more with their lakefront than Cleveland has. Our journey project, I haven't really considered the 5-borough tour. I get the elements of that. That would be cool, like getting to ride over the, what is that, the Verrazano Bridge that you normally can't ride. I don't know. If I'm gonna go to New York, I really want to do my own thing. The crowd doesn't, that level of crowd doesn't appeal to me personally. People always ask about RegBri, and that's kind of the same. It's like, you know, that ride across Iowa. It's like me and my friends like to plan our own trips. You know, as you've seen, I do organize stuff like Nutmeg and whatever, but Yeah, there's certain things that don't really like, it just doesn't spark my interest as much. I'd rather go ride New York on my own terms. Traffic doesn't bother me either, so if you don't like traffic, that would definitely make the 5 boroughs more interesting. Oh, hey, Clunk, okay, you worked at a photo lab in Chicago. Yeah, I need to get back. I spent a weekend, Dave, who helps with the live streams, we stayed with his sister for a weekend and just cruised around on bikes. And that's all I've really ever done there. I would love to come to Europe and ride bikes. It's all money and time. Me and Aaron went to France and watched Paris-Roubaix. Went to Paris, went down to Provence. I would love to bike pack through Provence. You know, go to Orange, Arles, Avignon, all that, like plan a trip doing that. But yeah, I don't have a ton of money. I'm a professional photographer in Akron, Ohio, you know. But we talk about it. There really isn't a place, I mean, there's not really many places I wouldn't travel, given if I had the resources, you know. I don't know, maybe when I finish paying off my building, some developer will come and offer me a bunch of money and I could use that money to travel and ride my bike around, who knows. I would do that. See our journey project. Thanks for riding along for a while. Oh yeah, the original Strickland custard down by the air dock. My dad would take us there when we were kids, which just seemed so magical back then. Seeing the big old air dock. Strickland's is kind of a, yeah, really good frozen custard spot in that old location. There's multiple now. But yeah, that was the only one back then. As the weather gets nicer, we'll do a video riding out to that area. I've got a couple. You should see the rubber bowl now, dude. Just a grass hill. You could barely tell it was there. Still fun to go sit at the top and drink a beer, but yeah, this is West Akron, this is Highland Square. Lived in this area for a long time. This is where all the bars I went to were. I will go over by them. Maybe we'll even, I pull off a patio beer at this temperature. My buddy Wes might be working. What's up, Chuckles? Hello, Britt. Camera's on the top tube. But the DJI Pocket 3 is long with its extra battery. That's why it has the height to get up over the bars a little. Audio's choppy. Yeah, I'm getting a low bit rate. We'll see what happens as I get closer to the bars. Learn, let's say you pass your mid-30s, get into your 40s, symptoms last. I have heard yeah, Polsky's is part of the university now. It used to be the department store. They have put some of the original displays back in the windows down there, though, at what used to be O'Neill's and what used to be Polsky's around Christmas. Which is kind of cool, throwback. Those were still open when we moved here, but not for long. Oh, is the stable look good? Yeah, I wasn't sure because vibration usually isn't good for the Pocket, but it is on the gimbal, so for the turns and stuff, I knew it'd be all right. No sound? Huh. Mic is still on. Hello, hello. Huh, I have sound. That's weird. I could see the sound coming through. This is where all the bars are. And restaurants and coffee shops. Okay, sounds back. Good, good. What's up, Bouncing Bike Life, if I didn't say hi? Oh, what's up, Tanya? Just Jake? Oh, hey, what's up, Matt? How you doing? Yeah. Yeah, we'll go to Thursdays. See how we do on these brick roads. Hey, huh, yeah, the stave isn't that horrible. Now I can see the bars really shaking. It's a pretty raggedy one. Yeah, this setup's not going to work for the gravel, I could tell though, being on this road. Have to go chest mount or something for that. Which Pudgy gave me one, so we'll try it out. And I bought an adapter, so this camera can go on the chest mount. Like I said, not worth trying all that stuff until I know I got things at least kind of working. Oh, is it jump in focus to my handlebars? Maybe I should point it up a little higher so that doesn't happen. I probably should lock focus when I use this. Can you do that? I don't even know. I really haven't messed around with a lot of the stuff on the Pocket 3, to be honest, because it just works so well the way it is. And yeah, so I didn't really. That was my buddy Albert, who owns Akron Coffee Roasters and the green truck right there. Riding with him last night. Huh. Yeah, I don't know. I'll look in to see if there's anything I can do with the focus. I have no idea. I assume it's got a manual mode, right? I know, watching Terry's video, Bombing Broadway, he was just talking about some things with the DJIs you can't control when you're live streaming with moblin, but I don't know what the limitations on that stuff are. This is a steep one. I'm gonna ride the brakes a little because it got a stop sign at the bottom. It's a pretty good cut if you go straight here too. Oh, I don't have my tail light on. That's stupid. If I'm doing 25 and the speed limit's 25, it doesn't take a detective to figure out that guy is speeding. Cyclists don't follow the rules. Yeah, cars don't follow the rules either. Hey, what's up, Steve Puddles? You said you don't think that's why he gave up hard mounting it, or you do think that's why he gave up hard mounting it? But like I said, I don't think I will be hard mounting it like this anymore. It was my easiest way to get out the door and think everything would be working, so. I think we will head over to the bike shop. Say what's up to Ben and Yonda. Is Yonda on vacation? I didn't see him yesterday when I stopped in the shop. No, I think he had just left. What street did I turn down? This one might be a dead end. Again, chatting and not paying attention. Oh no, we're good. This is Valley. Oh wait, I was gonna work down to the towpath, but that would be such a mess. It's kind of a steep hill into downtown that I don't know if I'll be able to maintain traction on. in the snow. How nice. There's a dirty river command. Awesome. Nice, Ryan. Yeah, what's the best way to work down there without hitting the towpath, but without being on a really shitty road? Let's see. Maybe the sidewalks into downtown are plowed. Unlikely, but we'll find out. I always say they put so much salt down on my bike sometimes I worry more about sliding out on a fast curve on the salt as much as I would if there was actually snow on the ground. In the summer I would take these corners pretty quick, but I'm worried about that here. Slow down for these tracks so I don't yeah, now I'm realizing how bad this idea of mounting the camera like this is, just because I can't ride the way I want. Maybe, well, tomorrow's supposed to be nice too. Maybe I'll try the chest mount, see if I could pocket 3 the chest mount in a way that makes sense. This bike's pretty upright, so I feel like maybe if I hung it upside down it would be in, well, yeah, I don't know, I've never played around with it. I'll have to just thinking out loud, you know? Spitballing, as the kids say. So if I went left, the towpath trail would be down there, but I know that's a nightmare, so. Bandito, you said you'd recommend looking back at it. Nice, I will. What's up, Brad Mitchell? What's up, mountain biker boy? Am I going to show you my bicycle washing process at the end of the stream? Well, with the fenders, right now, I'm not sure I'm going to have to wash it. I'll take a look when we get back and see how much salt's on it, but if this would probably be a hitting it with the hose and wiping it off type situation. So, because yeah, it's, even riding last night in the a mix of trail and road, it was pretty clean. Let's see, do I know any of these cyclists over here? I do, I know all of them. I don't know if you guys saw that, but at the trailhead, a bunch of people were getting ready to ride. I know it was at least Matthias and like, yeah. When the light behind me is green, cars come down one of the longest, steepest hills in Akron into this section. They're heading towards the freeway to get home from work, so patience is not something you're going to find a lot of. So I've always said I'm not above riding a sidewalk to keep myself safe. All right. Here's a beautiful Akron sidewalk for you. What happened? Did I bump my gimbal is pointed not straight at all. 45C. What is that in freedom units? That's real hot, right? Isn't that like 100 degrees? Any upcoming bike jams planned for locals? Things that are coming up. I don't know if you mean anything. You just mean bike jams is like general bike stuff, but there's the big bike swap at Missing Falls on February 22nd. March 1st, Road Apple Roubaix in Garrettsville. And then whatever that weekend is in March, around the 22nd, we're gonna do a meetup at my studio in a ride, which I'll post information about. Actually, if you do exclamation point meetup, it shows the date. And then the Otis Roubaix will be the next day, which is the hill climb challenge around here. Climb all of Akron's hills. That's it. Have on the schedule for late winter, early spring. How 45C is 112 in freedom units. That's crazy. Ooh, what do we got here? Surly Midnight Special with a carbon fork. Hey, what's up, David? We have a channel member here at the shop right now. Oh, preamble with a Cannondale fork, just like on my rally, that Cannondale fork. Metric weather. That's true. I would never have known about metric weather. That it is actually metric weather. I'm thirsty. I didn't drink any water this whole time. Let's switch this camera around. Where's that button? My screen's on. Oh, whoops.
What's going on, dude?
What's up?
Live streaming?
Yeah. But I accidentally hit the wrong button. Now I don't know what it means. Oh, there we go.
I don't know what any of it means.
There we go. We got Yonda in the house.
What's up?
Up too high.
There we go.
Yeah. Yeah. I shouldn't do it through the live stream screen because that's super delayed.
Yeah, well, are you riding with these guys or are you just hanging out?
Oh, it's the Thursday night ride. Oh, that's why I saw a bunch of people parking at the towpath. Is that who? I wonder if they were coming up here. I saw Matthias and I don't know, might be, I don't know who he was with, Jeff Cole maybe.
On this ride, but
Is that plane going like as slow as?
it was super low right here when I came out.
Yeah, that's weird. Getting under the clouds for a landing at, I don't know, that's weird. That's real low.
Well, no, it could be landing at Goodyear.
Oh, Fulton.
Fulton.
Yeah.
Instead of Akron.
Gotta be. Yeah.
But,
Wait, is that the right direction? Yeah.
yeah, it's East Akron.
Yeah.
Still a little high for Fulton.
What?
He's still a little high for Fulton.
Think so? I mean, it's still 10 miles.
You know about this, but when you get on the ground, you got to be all the way down.
Well, it's still 10 miles away. He's only at what, like 500 feet?
Yeah. No, he was like 20 miles.
Really? Think so? You know,
If he was at 500 feet, he'd be looking at Lucen's Pods.
yeah, this close to downtown.
Yeah, 500 feet.
I never claimed to be an aeronologist.
You might want to know these things, though. You do fly drones for money.
Yeah, 300 feet's my limit, though.
400 feet's your limit.
Is it 400? 300 meters? Is it 300?
It's 400 feet.
I have it set so I don't have to think about this stuff. It stops when it gets there.
I turn it off all the time.
Oh, do you?
I've had it at 2,800.
Really? Oh, no way.
Oh, that's not live, is it?
Yeah.
Can't hear me.
Well, I mean, they're not
are you
gonna.
mic'd?
Yeah.
Oh, great.
Yeah. I don't think they're gonna send the cops from this live stream. Tell Yonda you have his sandwich. Oh, it's large. It's Ben.
He's not here.
He's not here?
No, he went home.
Why'd he go home?
Because he was over at the new building earlier and he got all dirty. And Otis said to just go
But-
home and get cleaned up.
What's up?
What's going on?
Not much. Happy to get out finally.
Yeah.
It's been a while.
Do you know where you guys are riding tonight?
I don't know where Brian got playing. He said about 15 miles.
I saw he said the path. We rode past last night. They're horrible right
Yeah,
now.
that's what I asked him. He's like, yeah, we'll probably, if that's the case, then we'll just ride the roads.
You know, the live stream.
Oh, nice.
David Geller in the flesh. Well, kind of. You're kind of in the flesh. Yeah.
Now you're in the way.
Yeah.
Good idea.
It's delayed. It has to go to space and back first.
Yeah.
You know. Or at least to my home computer.
Yeah, if you're around like a tall structure, 400 feet in either direction, you can go 400 feet above the structure.
Yeah, I know you're allowed to climb buildings, but yeah. With the drones.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Got a nice video going.
Yeah, that's a handsome guy. Oh, look at those Legos.
Look, I came over to the dark side. I went as big as I could go on the front.
Oh, yeah. Some Renaers.
Yeah. And then...
Is that a 42 or a 44?
That's a 48.
48, is it really?
Yeah, 48 on the front. Probably could if I squeaked it in there, get a 50 in, but I don't think it would.
That 48, how long, have you ridden it yet?
No.
It's going to get bigger.
Yeah, well, yeah.
Yeah, Renee, it might not fit by the time it's broken in.
That's standard casing, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's, yeah.
Yeah.
Nah, he'll be all right.
Yeah, it'll be close.
Yeah, he'll be all right.
My 55s measure 61.
Really?
On
Once you break them in a little
Yeah.
bit.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
had a heck of a time. I didn't have to put enough sealant in there at first. And I came back the next day, I'm like, oh, it's flat.
Oh, they're going to go flat for a while.
Yeah.
You got to ride them.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, the standard
You
casing.
mentioned that before, that they'll do that.
Yeah, standard case.
Yeah.
Right now, I broke the front shift cable on my rally, and then all the snow came, so I haven't been riding it. So every time I walk by in the basement, I spin the wheels around a couple times because they will. I'll just come down and they'll be flat if you don't touch them.
Yeah, I think it's a 45
Fargo still has air
on
in
the
it,
back.
and I haven't aired it up since November.
With standard casing?
Yeah.
Huh. Yeah, because these hold really well, the
Yeah, these
endurance
hold
casing.
Like a Schwalbe.
Yeah.
Those things hold air really well.
Is this Brian's bike?
Yeah.
That's the Toyo's bike, technically.
Huh. What, did you get the Cannondale fork the way I did?
No comment?
Yeah, I was like, he's got a Cannondale fork just like mine.
Nope. Definitely not.
Yeah.
I wouldn't know anything about that.
Yeah.
Just like my wife's bike.
Yeah.
I won't ask.
Cameras like being still. Yeah, that is a YouTuber, a fellow YouTuber over here.
Little, but growing.
By a nickel.
What would this angle be like if I rode the bike with the...
Get a side chart.
Just look at your window.
Yeah, just a nice crotch shot. Hey Ben, you want to go get a beer somewhere? Actually, it was just in West Akron. I didn't know he was at home.
It's only 2 miles. I think you can make it back.
Yeah, I could. It's gonna get dark though. What time is it?
He drove one. His bike's here.
Oh, really?
Yeah, the monsoon's right there.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, his car was here last night too. Why? What's up with that? Oh, because the path sucks so bad? No, because we rode it.
No, he drove
Turn it.
today because he.
Put my charging cables in.
I don't think he owned a car.
I've seen him drive more in the last week than I have in the last probably 2 years.
So you know you have the mouth one with the skinny mouthpiece in it? I was out ice fishing last week, and I went to tighten it, and it was so cold it cracked. So I got another. I don't know how I'm gonna like this one. It's got like the actual like scuba rod piece.
Yeah.
So,
I've never seen that one.
I guess you can breathe a lot better through it. So, but I mean, unless you edit out and you're like me and put AI breathing sounds in.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I hadn't seen that one.
Yeah.
You always use that Pro Standard Amazon one.
Yeah.
But
I don't know. I just probably jumped the gun and just ordered what I wanted to order instead of getting the other ones I had.
I break the Pro Standard. I have to upgrade those every, I don't know, about once a year.
Yeah.
But I also, you know, you have the camera kind of tight, then you go to move it. I don't feel like it's really that thing's fault. I'm probably just too rough on it.
Oh yeah, it was 4 degrees.
Oh,
And
yeah.
I tried to tighten it, and it just cracked it.
Yeah, once that cold things break, it's just how it is.
Did you put these fenders on?
Yeah, they were.
Looks like it.
Yeah, my plan has been to even them out, and I just haven't done it because I haven't been riding it.
Looks like it.
Yeah.
A little loose in the front, a little tight in the rear.
Yeah, they work. They were already pretty set up because they were from this bike.
Yeah, they're just not installed correctly and you're missing some stuff.
Like what?
You need a spacer in between that to pump that out so it's a little more vertical.
Yeah,
And slide these.
yeah, I wanted to make it so that,
If I had to guess, they might have been in the top hole before.
because this could be also, I was thinking I would slide
Yeah,
this
slide
up
that
to,
up.
to make the
whole thing
gap
needs a
even.
little bit more gap.
Yeah. It's one of those things I think about when I see it right now, but I just go out and
You hang
ride.
it up when you get home, you're
Yeah.
like, "Oh, fuck it."
Yeah, I'm lucky.
Get to it when I get to it.
If I just wash it, that's like a good enough achievement.
Cool.
Well, like I was saying though, surprising with the fenders, look, there's not a lot of, we rode last night, and there's like not a lot of salt or anything on it, so.
Fenders do work.
Yeah.
It's like the Dutch fucking know it or something.
What's up, Nate the Great?
I bought some Dutch frame pliers.
Dutch frame pliers?
Yeah, they're for chain case bikes. So it's like 2 forks and like a loop that connects on this one. So you stick a tire and tube inside of it, and then you shove it on the end of the axle between the axle and the frame, and you squeeze it, and it bends the frame out from the axle, and you just thread the tube and tire inside of it, and then let the frame come over.
Ah,
So you don't have to take the chain case off to
Yeah.
change a flat tire on a Dutch bike. You had to order them from Junior from Germany. Like, so my Junior dealer ordered them for me. So it took me like a month and a half to get them. I was like, I don't really need these, but I had some loose money in the slush fund. I was like, I'll fucking order a set of these. Yeah, it's like
this is pushing. Nice. How often do you have a bike like that come in here?
one every 15 years.
Whatever.
In 15 years of working on bikes, I did one tube on one. But look how cool that is.
Let me show this chat.
Let me do a big picture. Rear triangle spreader.
This would have come in handy for you one time.
Oh yeah,
What do they cost?
$130.
$130? Oh my god.
Yeah, by the time I shipped it and everything, buying it from a wholesaler, I bought it for retail.
All right, I'm gonna get out of here before I have to explain to the group ride why I'm not joining them. Not that they care, but I do want to make one of his rides eventually. It's never worked out with my schedule yet. Tonight it would, but I don't want to ride after the bike pass last night. I've had enough of that.
Yeah.
Plus,
I don't know if he's riding the towpath or not.
his Instagram post said trail and road, but yeah. All right. I'll see you later.
See you.
Whoops. Let's go back to front-facing mode, guys. What's up, William LeBron? Gonna hit the road again, stop by Dirty River, talk to Yonda. No large Marge, unfortunately. I am impressed that everything is working with one. Well, I'll have to watch them when I get home to see what the, everything looked like, but. How do I want to get home? Because I do not want to go on the path like I just said. What's the fuzz up to? Say what's up to these guys. They kept going. That is the guys I saw down at the trailhead, by the way. Cool, we got regular chatter in the normal live streams. Yeah, so funny I showed up at the bike shop, totally forgot they were doing a group ride tonight, but I do have work to do tonight, so I will make one of the Thursday night rides eventually. Someone else who was asking from Cleveland what's shaking around here, so almost every Thursday. It's not shop affiliated so much, they just meet here and do a group ride. Thanks, Red. All right, Whiskey, see you later. Oh, I unzipped I don't need a zip. I'm about to climb up a steep hill, so probably fine with my jacket unzipped. So we're at 9% gradient. %, gradient. 11. Peaked at 13. Tail light is on. I should probably put my headlight on now too. Back up 10%. Catch my breath. I saw there's some questions, but out of breath. As far as riding in Michigan goes, I do have plans to be there twice, but it'll be the plans I have right now are the Ann Arbor area, because the Handmade Bike Show coming up late spring. I don't have those dates off the top of my head, but if you look at Lugs Not Drugs on Instagram, you'll be able to find it, or just Ann Arbor Handmade Bike Show. And then he just hit me up with the dates for Meet Me in Manchester. Without being able to look at my calendar, we haven't committed to that yet. I would love to do it. It's just kind of a hike. And we would definitely make a week out of it and do riding in Michigan if we did that. too far to go for just the weekend. I do feel, and I was just telling Aaron this and my riding buddies last night, I am a little worried. I'm just trying to be a little more cautious with money because, I don't know, the economy's already been high for a while. We'd already be ready for a downturn, and then it's my opinion there's a certain guy in Washington who's really going to tank the economy. So in my field, a lot of what I do is related to marketing. One of the first casualties in budgets when the economy is bad is marketing. So we'll kind of see as the year goes on. I also never know how much I'm going to make. I could pick up a big job from a foundation that makes it so I could travel more. I could pick up a big videography gig. So, depending on what happens in spring, how much traveling I could do this summer. And fall, you know. Same with that, how many jobs am I doing between the trips we already have planned. What's up, Richard? Thanks. I think the hitches in the video are not even from my setup here. I think it's from my home computer going to the internet, which if you saw the beginning of the stream, you'll know I was super annoyed by. But yeah, my internet connection at home, even though it's hardwired, was not running stable. And I think that's where the glitches are actually coming from. So, I don't know, I felt like my internet's been slow and bad lately. It's not slow, it's inconsistent is the problem. So, everything will be fine. Watching a YouTube video on my TV in 4K, and then it goes way down. My upload speeds go way down, so I don't know. Need to reach out to the cable company, even though I'm sure they'll do nothing. So. Oh, 210 miles, Lake Huron to Lake Michigan, nice. I have friends who have done that. Are you just doing the race route for fun? Because I always thought that would be a better option too. Spend time bike packing that route. I've been in some of those sections like Big M where it goes through when we did our bike tour up there. That would be awesome. We all absolutely loved Michigan. I think it came through in all the videos I made. Lake Michigan, even though cold, is just stunning. Me and Brad still swam anyways. This road is busy this time of day. Might take me a minute to get across. Yep. Oh, you mainly dispersed camp, yeah. Yeah, Amtrak, if you build it, I should have went. I was reading the comments. Amtrak, if you build in like the day of travel, so you don't have to rely on it being on time. You know, Amtrak's great on the East Coast, but yeah. Because you could take Amtrak to what? All the way to Lake Michigan. I've looked into it, but that route is not one that would, you know, like when we did the Gap Trail, what we did is the day we took the train into DC from Pittsburgh, we weren't riding that day. I mean, we we went around and rode in Pittsburgh, but we had an Airbnb there, so no matter how delayed it was, it wouldn't affect our schedule on the actual Gap and C&O trail. And it was, I think it was 3 hours late that time. The time me and Aaron took it before, it was, I think, 5 hours. But again, it's not Amtrak's fault. It's a combination between the freight traffic and the government not enforcing the laws on the books. So, and again, it'll be worse this 4 years because there'll be less enforcement. Low bit rate. I guess one thing about saying not being in Michigan, it's not that different, but you also have longer and colder winters, so. Obviously, the farther north you go in Michigan. Because Erin was saying that, she's like, we should move to the UP. And I was like, do you want a UP, Upper Peninsula, for those that don't know, style winter? She's like, oh yeah. Oh, is my stream trying to push 60? I thought oh actually, Dimitri, I checked that. I believe I set both to 30 FPS. Set moblin to 30 FPS, and I set my camera to 1080 30 FPS. Because my camera's usually set on, 4K 24. Give you that skinematic look. But yeah, I believe I put them in line. Because I read that in the Moblin Discord, and I would never have thought of that, but it did say to match the frame rates on the Pocket 3. Yeah, it'll be interesting, like someone mentioned. Sorry, I can't remember names when I'm doing this, but to review the stream when I get back and see if I could tell. But even when I get back to the studio right here, I'll be able to see what OBS is pushing, what my home internet's pushing, and that'll give me an idea. It must have stabilized a bit, I think, because it was really bad before I left the studio. I mean, how many miles did we ride? I never even looked. We're at 14.6. I do think if I do this more, I'll look into some of those overlays too that shows that kind of stuff. And I love the map feature when I'm watching Terry ride. I love to know where he is in New York or wherever he's traveling. So, and I think with the map feature, OBS could do that. I don't know how much Stream Elements does and that kind of thing, but I think Moblin does that for you now. When it comes to distance and all that, I have no idea how that's done. I'd have to research all that. I need to up my Terry B channel membership because he does have things in his Discord channels for chats about live streaming and that, and I don't know, I assume there's good information in there. Hey, what's up, Rock Eastwood? By the way, the chat, I'm sure I'd be able to scroll if I wasn't wearing gloves, but I only have about like 8 comments on screen at a time, so I don't always know. I might miss something and then it's gone off the screen. So, what's up, Chris FYB? I was talking to your buddy Bo on Instagram about coming out for the meetup we'll be doing in late March. So hopefully you guys will all make it out. And then hopefully we get back to Pittsburgh this summer again. Can't go my usual way because I don't, oh, this is the dead. No, I got one more street, yeah. What's up, Blaine? I wonder, it's so funny, I'm close to home and now I'm getting all this low bit rate. Let's see. Mountain biker boy, been thinking about Michigan all week. The app will only show you're live if you're live on Twitch. Gotcha. Yeah, which I want to figure out how to, I'll go one more block, to multi-stream. Like I said, I tried a couple different plugins for OBS and they didn't work, but I'm not sure it was the plugin, it might have been me. I figure it's kind of a why not put it on Twitch too, if it's gonna stream, you know. I originally had planned, I got Twitch just when I was streaming in the basement, I was gonna have it show both, but just kind of forgot about it. As YouTube was doing really well, I just didn't really worry about it. Plus I make mostly produced videos, and I still will. Just the fact that I haven't been riding, I don't have any videos to, you know, any footage to make videos about. Got some last night, but it's still time of year where it gets dark so early. You'll see why I'm riding the sidewalk here. I normally wouldn't, I have a cut through, but it's just too icy. And this road, I made a video about it. It narrows up here at this curve before the bridge, and I got hit by a car there once, so not something I'm going to be doing. Yeah, me and Aaron really were serious about doing a trip to somewhere warm at the beginning of January. All right, beginning of February. I've mentioned before we were looking at LA. Obviously, with everything that happened, we didn't think it was the right time to do that. And then it just kind of got away from us. We're pretty serious about it. Our buddy Aaron went out there and we were gonna kind of do some of the stuff he had done, but it'll be interesting to see what the weather is the rest of winter, because yeah, it's just been so nuts. Whereas last year, I have pictures of us in February and videos where we're riding around with t-shirts on some days, so. Dimitri, bug you if I want on Discord. All right. Low battery. Which one's dying? I'm almost home, but I'm still going to stop and see what's not charging. Everything should be charging. Is it my phone? Oh yeah. No? Camera battery is working. Oh, phone isn't charging. There we go. This bridge is a steel arch, and when you're just standing there, you could feel it shake when the cars go over it. I've mentioned before they're going to replace this bridge. And it's going to be a real pain in the ass for me when they do, because more for riding. There's other bridges to drive over, but they're still out of the way. But in a car, obviously, that doesn't matter as much. But kind of bummed. I'm sure the bridge they put in will be real ugly, just concrete pillar bridge. This bridge from underneath is really cool looking. Big blue steel arch. Yeah, that bridge, so this is what I was saying, that was Akron, now we're in Cuyahoga Falls, so we crossed over the Cuyahoga River. But that gorge predates the Cuyahoga River. It's an ancient glacial gorge. Yeah, look what they do to the sidewalks here. These just plow right over the sidewalk. So people in wheelchairs, you know, you're just screwed. People who want to go for a walk, who don't want to drive a car, want to walk to over the bridge, whatever. We need to go in the front door because Edmund will run out the back door. He won't run out the front door. And none of these AutoZone workers could clear the sidewalk. Give me a break. Low bit rate at home. Who super chatted the $10? Thanks. I can't. Is that our journey project? Thanks so much, man. Cold and rain in Missouri, but 60s and sunny this weekend. Yeah, I need to look at the extended. Ours originally looked like it was going to be all up and down, so, which kind of makes it a mess. I'd rather, in a way, have it be one or the other, but don't look at my combination. Where's Edmund at? Hello. Excuse me. We home. Let me turn on the lights. Found my cat. You can add the stream elements alerts to moblin. I did not know that. Yeah, thanks so much, our Journey project. So, I think we got audio, right? Yeah. There we go. Sorry. Figured I should turn off moblin so it doesn't switch my screen. I only have the Mac set up here, so. Yeah, I only have the laptop webcam and mic in here, so yeah, I'll change that too. That's something to fix. So yeah, I got home pretty close to sunset. That was not too bad. If it was sunny, it would have been really pretty across the bridge, but yeah, wow, look how noisy that picture is from using the, I tried to turn on the lights in here, but yeah. When I used to do video conferencing up here, I would have lights set up for it, but now I use that basement computer. I'm gonna save my Strava. Yeah, 16.3 miles, just cruising around chatting with everyone. That was pretty fun. That's what I was hoping for, to be able to do that. Thanks, Robert. So yeah, I'll do a couple things before I sign off here. We'll get Edmund up in here. He's probably ready for dinner. I'm ready for dinner. I'm hungry. I was hungry when I left, but yeah. So why is... Hello. I'm not seeing a thing for desktop audio. Can you guys let me know if that doubles up my voice right now? I want to do a test on that. I see two things bumping. Sound is quiet now. Huh. I mean, I have switched mics to just the MacBook, but now I see two things bumping, but I don't see a... No, I don't sell bikes. I mean, I don't have a bike selling business. I sometimes sell a bike, like a vintage bike, but yeah, I just hoard them, yeah. Sounds the same, okay. Yeah, weird. There's internal mic and mic auxiliary it's showing, but I don't see a desktop audio, which I really would... There should be a desktop audio, so when someone does something, it plays through. Huh. One audio feed. And I can't figure out why there's not desktop audio. I'll open up Stream Elements and do a test and see if I hear anything. Oh, Jeremy, you're in Hicksville, Ohio? I'm not sure where that is. I'd have to look that up. Do I need to add the source of the desktop? I didn't realize I didn't have it added. Let's see.
Jobling super chatted $18.
So it does play it, right? You guys heard that, didn't you? That was just a test. Oh, awesome, Wes. You went out and rode while we were riding. Nice. Jeremy said, where would you start to make a bike trail? What do you mean? To ride a bike trail, you mean? You trying to ride mountain bikes? You trying to ride bike paths? I'd have to look up a map of Hicksville. I don't know where the nearest bike path to you would be. Out by Indiana. Out that. I am really unfamiliar with that part of the state. Actually, the guy from STS Bikes asked me about riding out that way, and it's somewhere I've never ridden at all. So. Oh, you want to go across the country? Oh, I mean, yeah, I do not have a cross-country route, but I mean, yeah, you Google that and there's all kinds of stuff about it. There are routes, but yeah, that's not my expertise at all. I've never done anything like that. But mountain biking, there's supposed to be good mountain biking in Indiana. What are those? Dylan always goes to a certain set of trails over there. It's not going to come to me off the top of my head, but yeah. Yeah, Googling all that stuff. Oh, Quake, my standing desk. Is that what you're talking about? I'm in Cuyahoga Falls. Yeah, right outside of Akron. We just rode from Akron into Cuyahoga Falls. So, yeah, 35 minutes south of Cleveland, biggest city around here. So. Still a little confused by a couple things going on, but we'll figure it out. Well, I'm going to sign off for the night. I appreciate everyone jumping in, helping me know what's going on. It's really helpful when I can ask. I figured the only way to do this stuff is by trying it. So pretty cool. It worked with one phone for the most part. Like I said, I'll go back and see how often we cut out or stuff like that. And yeah. I totally appreciate it as always, and maybe we'll do more of these as the weather stays nice, because, I don't know, it's pretty fun. So, with that, thanks, Nate. Thanks, everyone. I'll see you definitely on Tuesday. Hope to put out a video this weekend, but we'll see how it goes.
See myself on your YouTube.
Okay, bye.
All right.
Okay,
Yeah.
this is
Fitzwater photo.
Yeah.